Hello and welcome to episode 39 of the Craving Crypto podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about what this can is and doing an interview with Crypto Craig at bitcoinenergy.com. So it's a little bit different, but it's going to be really awesome. And if you stay till the end, we're doing some links for a crypto event that I'm going to out here in Las Vegas on Halloween. So make sure you stay till the end so that you can get the links to that event so I can see you guys there.
All right, guys, I think we're live. Welcome to our first ever interview for the affiliate program. This is Crypto Craig with Bitcoin Energy, and we're excited. We're kicking off today. I am interviewing somebody that has actually inspired me in the space for quite some time. A lot of people don't like to learn from somebody younger than them, but when somebody just knows more than you do, and you can take like a lot of benefit from taking their information and learning from it, you really sped up my learning curve. He's got a really interesting story in crypto. And we connected recently and just thought it would make sense to do an interview video. And so you could share your story. We're going to be doing a whole lot of this and featuring a bunch of different YouTubers and people in crypto just to kind of hear their experience, what's going on, and let them kind of talk about their story and journey and how they found Bitcoin Energy and how we met. So with that said, no further ado, I'm going to bring in Dallin Anderson. He runs High Altitude Investing. And I've been following this guy for a while on YouTube for sure. So when I reached out, I was excited to be able to get him some product and talk. And so I'm really excited we're doing this, man. So if you want to say what's up.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So I'm just sitting here drinking a can of liquid assets right now, some Bitcoin Energy drink. It's honestly, I woke up this morning and I got out of bed. And after I ate my breakfast, this is the first thing I grabbed and started drinking.
I love it.
I'm not an energy drink person either, but I like the green tea. But yeah, so I mean, what do you want to ask me? Because I got all sorts of stories about trading crypto. I can kind of go off from, do you want me, I could just go from the beginning, kind of what got me into it and
yeah, for sure. Well, so before we get started, we had a little bit of audio visual trouble today. So to that, my brother, I say cheers. I say cheers. Sip some of that sweet Satoshi nectar.
Yeah, we've been working to set up this interview for the past 2-3 hours now.
Yeah, I mean, I was hopefully not going to say the number. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's been a while, but we got it going. So with that said, yeah, I'd love to do what you just said. So please tell me your story. How did you get into crypto and what got you so excited about it?
Yeah, so I first heard about Bitcoin in early 2015. My little brother was really big on the internet, watches tons of YouTube videos, and is just really geeky. And he told me, he's like, Dallin, there's this coin on your computer and it's called Bitcoin and you can mine it and it's worth real money and there's places that you can trade it and exchange. And I was just like, this is such a scam. This literally cannot be real.
Yeah, it sounds a little made up.
Retarded. Like what type? Like Caleb, I told him I'm pretty sure I used the words, Caleb, you gotta be really careful what you're getting into on the internet or something like that. It just had scam written all over it from when he was explaining, right? But then I looked it up on YouTube. I started watching some videos myself, researching the technology, figured out what the blockchain was, saw the value in it, realized I already knew that our currency was shit because of inflation because my mom taught me that. And so I was like, okay, well, that's cool. So our currency has terrible inflation issues and is controlled and manipulated by central authorities. And this is a solution from that. So I saw the value right away. And then it was the Joe Rogan podcast with Andreas Antonopoulos, actually, in the same year, 2015. Got really excited about it, was talking about it. And that's what sparked my interest again. So I downloaded Coinbase that day. Bitcoin was worth like 180 bucks. And I bought one. And I was just like, I worked at a Marriott hotel as a janitor, basically. I mean, I did maintenance stuff too, but I was really good at it. They liked me because I was really good at problem solving and doing maintenance stuff. But I would just basically use half my paycheck, or whatever to buy a Bitcoin, whatever was left over after gas and food. So, and I just kind of held on to it. It was such a dead market at the time. It was just kind of going sideways, but it went up to 250. I got really excited. Then it dropped back down to 180. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Yeah. That kind of sparked my passion for Bitcoin. I really started learning a lot about it and started trading it and getting on Poloniex. I signed up for Poloniex late 2015. Started using it a lot in 2016. And I was just like, I caught like a really good timing, and I
Yeah.
actually was kind of at a point where the economy crashed. I lost my job. I was living at my parents' house, and they didn't want me there. They wanted me to like be able to make my own life for myself. So I was at this really, really low point. I was depressed, and this was like
Sure.
2016, right towards the end of the year. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell am I going to do with my life? I had uploaded to YouTube once a week about like Poloniex overview videos of like doing
That's
technical
honestly one of the videos
analysis.
I learned from. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody watched me. I had 300 subscribers.
I
Nobody.
watched you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's cool. But yeah, so those videos was what really like, was kind of me building the foundation. And then 2016, I basically, at the end of the year, I had to do something. My parents were like, okay, we're not having this anymore. So I had to do something. And that's what made me work on my YouTube channel every day instead of once a week. And that's what took me to where I'm at today, which I'm self-employed, and I work from home, and I'm able to just trade cryptocurrencies all day and teach people how to do it. And I provide my own value in my life and pay, can do everything that I want to do. I have the freedom at my fingertips. And literally before crypto and before all this, I felt like scared and that I didn't have any direction in my life, and that I didn't really know who I was going to be or what I was going to be, and I didn't think that I'd have any resources to do any of those things because I just couldn't see it. And now with crypto and Bitcoin and trading, I was able to create that for myself. So that's kind of my story. I now have over 1,000 students, and I've got 25,000 people that follow me on YouTube, and I just am dedicated to educating people and helping as many people as I possibly can become profitable investors at home, take charge of their own finances, their own investing, and avoid like hedge funds that want to take large percentages and things like that. So that's kind of that's me, what I've done, how I heard about Bitcoin, and
So
kind of the
that's
whole
the scoop.
escalating cycle that came after that. So
Oh man, I appreciate you sharing. I absolutely love it. Like I love a great success story, but especially in crypto. It obviously was great timing, but it took a little more than great timing. You just became obsessed, started learning, and it probably won't go backwards, right? You have to learn too much to go backwards and kind of cross the chasm, as they say, which is awesome. So that was a whole bunch of information, and I loved it. Like I know most of your story. Like I said, I followed you for a while, and it was a lot of like out of necessity. Like I was in the crypto like rabbit hole. I was as far as you could go, and I'm trying to learn how to margin trade on Poloniex and like all this kind of stuff. And that's why I ended up finding your information because I needed it. And what is college anyway? Go to YouTube. And so I started diving in. And so that's cool, man. That's funny that you said that your mom taught you about like inflation. I wish love your mom, but never taught me about that. So that's really cool. So it sounds like your family, even though they kind of wanted you doing your own thing and to be out, but they were like loving and supportive, and it sounds like they knew a little bit about finances, right?
Yep, they definitely did. I'm super thankful for my parents. They went out of their way to always teach me everything that they knew, like what they thought was what I needed to know to like be prepared for the world. And they were so dedicated to taking their time and explaining these things. My parents, my dad never made good money at all. Like he would have to work 3 jobs sometimes back when early on in my family. And then he finally got a couple stable jobs to where he'd have one main job, right? But my family had never had money really. They had just enough to what they needed to survive and then save enough for a rainy day. And it's only because my mom realized one day, she's like, I'm never going to be able to make more money to get what I need. She's like, I just have to figure out how to use what I've got. And then she learned how to budget. She learned about like how you need to save a certain percentage and then invest a little bit because of the fact that inflation loses value. So she was really smart, and so
it's a tried and true principle.
They love to teach me those things, and I love to listen. I'm very thankful for them because of that.
That's what's up. No, I love it. Those are like tried and true principles, right? It's resources isn't everything, but resourcefulness is. And if you can learn and know where to find information, then, you're going to be all right, especially in today's world with such an abundance of information coming at everybody. So I guess we'll use that to kind of segue in. So first of all, I love that you just mentioned Joe Rogan, huge Joe Rogan fan, right? And I can't tell you how much I've learned through watching their podcast. I loved watching Andreas Antonopoulos's, first interview with him, which is great. And, even seeing him like pull out the treasury and hold that, I'm like, oh my God, this guy lives it. It's awesome. So, and obviously he's, the godfather as far as anyone's, considered in Bitcoin. He's the guy, or at least probably the most respected person in Bitcoin, I guess.
Definitely. As far as like perspective and like fundamentals of like the way that all of this works from an economic perspective, and then like how people look at it and what money is, he's definitely the most well respected in the space.
For sure. I had like, if I ever had an idea and brought it to like Andreas Antonopoulos and he was like, I don't like it, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I would change. I'm so sorry. I didn't, so I would say the most respected guy at Bitcoin. Learned a ton from him as well and shared his videos. Man, I've shared your videos. I've shared everyone's. This is great. So that's why I love this as a tool. So I guess that's kind of a good segue with that. So you own and run high altitude investing, right? So I know it's called high altitude investing, but from what I know about you, you're a trader and you're damn good at it. So tell me like your story of how you got interested and how you learned. I know you've shared that with me, but share with everyone, how did you really get incredible at it and now turn it into a business?
Right. So it really came around, my love for trading and candlestick patterns and charting came around when I found Bitcoin in 2015, but I really got into it in 2016, right? So that was the area where I just started falling in love with finding these patterns, and I was on Poloniex a lot, and I remember Ethereum got added to Poloniex, right? And it dumped down to 50 cents, and it just bounced off 50 cents. And I was watching YouTube videos, and there was this guy, and he made a YouTube video called How to Trade a Double Bottom Pattern. And I watched this video and I'm like, wow, this is what's happening to Ethereum right now. So I go over to Poloniex and, at the time I was either 17 or 18 years old.
Which we'll get into in a sec.
Either way, pretty young. I'm 21 now, by the way.
I'm going to interrupt you right there. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, I'm almost a decade older than this guy. And I like to consider myself pretty intelligent and learn a lot, but I didn't even realize how young you were. I was watching your videos. I'm like, he's probably like 25, 26. And then when you told me you were 21, I'm like, wow, you did this at like 18, 19. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like awesome. Not to interrupt your story, but like I think that, yes, talk about kind of your demographics. I think well said, like Giancarlo, who's like the head of the CFTC, or is for now, when they were talking about Bitcoin ETFs and regulation and stuff, I remember he was like, hey, me and my wife have been in finance for our whole lives and trying to get our kids involved in it, and they just don't care. But now they have Coinbase, and like crypto got them excited about finance. So I really see that happening with your demographic, and I feel like you really get that. So yeah, talk about like how you guys learn, how you guys share, how you consume information. And
actually a lot of people that are my age are into it in my hometown, partially because of me, and some of them I'm really close to, like best friends with, and like a few of them started trading their parents' money and making good money for their parents. So there is that spark in the younger generation, I've noticed. And it really does. The Coinbase and Bitcoin makes it tangible because they understand the internet. And the internet's life. Like, that's life to them. It's just like this big pool of life. And so when the money got added into there, and it became something that the younger generation can now comprehend because they understand digital world, then it became something that's more open to them, right? And so for me, it was just like, I just loved the idea of being a day trader, be able to work for myself and make my own money and control my own time. And like I said, I was just learning all these patterns, and I bought that Ethereum down there really, really cheap on that double bottom pattern, and made some nice profit. Went up to like $6.50 and then came back down. And then, so I played the cycles a little bit, and that I really started to learn how to trade patterns because of that. And then You know, when the markets exploded in 2017, that's when I was able to utilize all of that information that I learned. But it was just comes from a place of aspiring to want to be something that I wasn't at the time, you know, seeing
I could
potential
tell.
in myself.
I could tell even watching your videos that not only do you learn quick, I was like, maybe he's got a photographic memory because you would go through the charts and be like, you call it like pattern recognition was so great. You'd be like, oh, this looks exactly like this chart and this chart and this chart, and overlay them. I'm like, wow, this gets good. I don't know if you're just a fast learner. Do you have a photographic memory? You just had a knack for it, an obsession. What do you think it was that made you so much better than everyone else?
I think that a lot of it was just showing up every day, right? Just this was what I decided was my life, and so every single day it's what I did, right? And
Same.
so that was a huge portion of it. Another part, I would say my mother was really keen on teaching me how to learn and how to love learning, and she started doing that with piano at the age of 8, and that's also
I love
highly
piano.
pattern based. Music is remembering patterns, and your fingers have to remember these patterns and arpeggios and scales and, you know, all of that stuff. So I think that the pattern recognition aspect maybe came from music, and and I don't think I have a photographic memory or anything like that. I just believe that I'm able to recognize something that I've seen before because of that skill that I learned at a young age.
All right, so you guys heard it's confirmed. He's not a robot. This is a real good. All right, good. That means we can learn. That means people can get like you, which is cool. All right, so I love that. I love playing the piano too, which is funny you say that. I have a keyboard right behind this. But
Nice.
all right, so with that said, I would assume that a majority of your clientele, right, customers that you help, are they your age? I would assume that they're younger, right?
No, actually, the majority of my clients are between 25 and 37, I believe.
Which is like the crypto demographic, right?
Yeah, but that's the YouTube demographic. That's like that's the big chunk of the people that are on YouTube. So
Cool.
I think that demographic just kind of converts directly over. But I do have some younger people in my group, so.
Nice. Well, yeah, guys, if you haven't checked it out, High Altitude Investing. I'll show them the site like at the end of this, but yeah, helping a ton of people. And I like how it seemed like you were pretty heavy in like Elliott wave theory, fractal patterns and things like that. And not to get all crazy on trading. I love trading. You've learned a lot too. But I mean, it's just known that, let's just say 95% of all traders lose money, right? So it means if you follow the masses, you're probably not going to do well. What's like the number one, I guess, piece of advice you would give to a new trader or somebody who wants to trade, or somebody that's like started trading and is just not doing well?
Yeah, the number one thing above everything else is don't trade emotionally, and the way that you do that is with risk management. So you keep a good portion of your portfolio in cash at all times, at least 30%, a good portion of your portfolio in Bitcoin at all times because it's a stable crypto asset. And then you focus on taking small trades with a couple percent of your portfolio that's left over on altcoins to get in and then back out based on a trading plan to accumulate that wealth. So the biggest issue people make is they just want to get rich quick. They go all in on coins. They just diversify into 50,000 different coins. They don't have any US dollar for stability in their account. And then they get wrecked when the price starts to go down. They get so emotionally attached. They're like, oh shit, it's falling. So they dump. And then they sell the bottom and it goes right back up. So it's all about that risk management, especially if you're a beginner. That will save you time and time again. And it's the most important thing I ever learned as a trader, because literally, if you understand your risk management, you can, if you're winning 3 times bigger than your losers, so if your winners are 3 times bigger than your losers, you don't even have to win 50% of the time. You can win less than 50% of the time and still be profitable because your winners are so much bigger. So that's one thing that people, they think that they have to win 70% of the time. So you could basically come over here, and as long as you know how to find a good trade setup, and as long as you know how to make your winners bigger than your losers, like you don't have to be right every time. You don't have to be close to right every time, and you can be profitable. And that's the big thing, that people just get emotional, pissed off at themselves, and they start to lose money, and it just becomes a cycle. So, and
honestly, one thing people should know is, like, we know that because we've been there. You know, everyone starts bad, you know? No, that's great, guys. That's like an entire like lesson right there. But number one rule, risk management, right? So that's awesome. So they can check more information out on your site, which again, I'll show them at the end. But I want to transition for a second and kind of talk about how we met. So I had reached out, like I said, I've been a fan of yours for a while and followed you on YouTube. And you know, I know obviously I thought you were like 26, but of a younger demographic. And I was jacked up. I'm a crypto nerd, and my crypto partner, you know, who I've been really in the space consulting with for years, goes, "Yo, what do you think about this?" And I like froze. I go, "This is the smartest thing I've ever seen in my entire life." I go, "Nobody knows who started Bitcoin. We could leverage a worldwide brand and not get sued and bring some fun to the space." I'm like, this is the smartest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I go, "What's the website name?" He goes, "BitcoinEnergy.com." I go, "Oh my, are you serious?" I go, that's checkmate right there. So I got fired up. Yeah, I really did. And really what it was is a way for just to speed up education, just speed up. I think no matter who you are in the crypto space, we can all, if you are, you know, into crypto, agree on one thing, which is mass adoption is good for everybody. Whether it's a Bitcoin, crypto, and I don't know a better conversation starter or something to bring like tangibility into a space that is completely untangible than, you know, a healthy, exciting energy drink product. I'm like, this is genius. So I got fired up, and I think it's over the
I gotta pause you right there. And one thing that I really like about it is the fact that it is like a healthy energy drink. Because like when I was a teenager, yeah, I used to drink like a Red Bull with my friends or like a Monster, whatever.
Red Bull.
But I don't like
never
them,
heard of them.
and I know that they're just so full of just like pure high fructose corn syrup, and they just like have all these things that I really don't want to be drinking. Whereas this is like vitamins, green tea, and aloe vera, and then xylitol is a natural sweetener. So like that's like, in my opinion, that's something that I don't feel uncomfortable drinking and enjoying, whereas like other things, other energy drinks I tend to avoid personally. So I did want to point that out.
No, I appreciate it for sure. Yeah, that was another thing too. I'm like, oh man, this is healthy. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because you know, one thing I know is that Red Bull and Monster are like, you know, essentially the cartel, right? It's really more of an addiction to caffeine than anything else. And their numbers are growing tremendously, but you've seen other, you know, companies coming out and they'll just get acquired by them. But all this stuff for the most part most of it's pretty bad for you. And people know it's bad for you, and they still drink it anyway, just due to like, you know, an addiction or habit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, if we can not only spread awareness in the crypto space, get more people in, getting them educated, watching videos like this, learning, and, you know, downloading wallets and really just sharing like Satoshi's vision, if we can speed that up in a better way, because most of the people who I knew got into crypto through some MLM scam, through some, you know, BitConnect. Right? Which is like, that's good. There's going to be like a documentary 5 years from now. It's like the largest Ponzi scheme in the history of the world, arguably, depending on how you measure them.
Yeah.
But like people, no matter what, that's why we started consulting, is because I needed a way to help people, because they were if you just follow the system, you're going to make these mistakes. You're going to get scammed. So I wanted something legitimate, and I knew that this could speed that up. So when I got fired up, I'm like, I know I got to be a part of this. And, you know, the partnership, everything worked out, and just got excited. And I was like, you know, we're going to launch an affiliate program. We're not going to do any kind of like multi-level marketing thing, but we're going to jack up an affiliate program. And I'm thinking of who to reach out to. I'm like, I'm going to hit up high altitude investing. And I wanted you to try some. So I know you had bought some and tried it.
Yep.
I know it's a long intro into what we're saying, but you know, what did you think when you first saw it? What did you think when you first tried it?
Yeah, you know, when I got the box in the mail, I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome looking. I mean, seriously, like, I'm just going to show my camera here on this end what it looks like really fast, kind of in the light. There we go. It's just like a really clean can with a big Bitcoin logo on it, and then you've got the chip. It looks like a computer chip in the background kind of look. And I fell in love with the can instantly. That was like the biggest thing that I was like, okay, this is awesome. I would have this around just for the looks of it. It's really cool. And then I opened it up and I took a sip of it, and I was like, that's interesting. And I took another sip, and it's like by the second sip, I was like, I actually really like this. And I was kind of surprised. Like I said, most energy drinks I don't really like them, but this one I could get behind it. I liked the flavor of it and enjoyed it. And then I basically drank the whole case in a week.
Right? I was like, man.
So
I went to a conference, and people were like, so do you just drink these all day? And I'm just like, man, I guess I have been drinking this all day. And I was jacked up. I mean, it's a healthier jacked up. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, no, it was man, they're pretty delicious. I wasn't expecting it to taste that good, and then when I found out it was healthy, I was like, man. So showing the good website right here, bitcoinenergy.com. We'll get more into that in a second. Show you guys the links for high altitude and how to be involved in what we're doing. But yeah, man, I'm so glad that you liked it. You hit me up. You're like, man, I love this. These are delicious. And I think a lot of people that see it, that's their initial reaction. And people came over to us in Boston. We were at Token Fest, and people were either, it was like one of four things. It was like, oh my God, I heard about this, I got to try it. Or, okay, I didn't want to come over, but you know, what's going on over here? Or they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think of this first. Or they're like, this is an absolute joke. Are you guys serious? I'm like, a joke, bro? What are you with some project that raised a bunch of money that has no working platform that you printed out of thin air doing nothing? Like, we got a tangible product that's healthy, helping spread awareness to the space. It was spun on the next bull run. Like, what are you doing? And I don't say that to them, but it's like, come on. So, you know, I got excited about it, and I was glad you got excited about it. And you know, we're excited. What else can you say?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I'm hyped about it, man.
So yeah, so I'd love to talk like a little bit about our businesses real quick. So first off, let's talk about high altitude investing. So like, when did you start it? What can people get from like your courses? I'm going to show it on my screen real quick.
Right. So I made an official LLC for it and formed my company in the beginning of 2017. And I started teaching and selling my courses around April. And really what it is it's a platform. There's a Discord chat server. There's an area, once you have an account on the site, you've got a signals area where you can go in and you can copy trades that I'm making. And then the Discord server so that you can talk with all the other traders. It's really hype in there all the time. We got a bunch of people talking, posting their charts, taking trades, making money. And then we've got a 40 video course that it comes with. So whether you get the 1 year, the lifetime, or you get the mastermind, you get these 40 videos. And basically those teach you how to utilize the signals, how to take the trades that I'm taking, and how to kind of follow along with my trading style and make money. So yeah, like I said, I've got like 1,000 students plus in here now, and a lot of them come back to me with really, really good reviews saying that they made their money back on the course very quickly, and that they're really hyped about learning, and that they, you know, they're just making the most out of this content. So yeah, that's what I do, is I teach people how to do it. It's a video course and a signal service that allows you to kind of look at my perspective of the markets, base yours around it, and then profit along with me. So
I love it, man. And he's got a really cool video. You guys want to check this out. It's highaltitudecrypto.io. And it's a really cool entry video. It's really well done. And I love what you're doing for the space, man. I like it, you know, it's much needed. And I'm so happy that you're having success at helping people. And, you know, they say, you want to follow smart money. You know, I think you're smart money.
Yeah, definitely smart money. I teach all about dumb money and how not to be that. But yeah, no, also for this actual interview, I'll drop a promo link. So it'll be 20% off on the lifetime and the 1 year for anybody that wants to join. It'll have like the promo page so you guys can look at all the details. It gives more into details of what you get and stuff like that. So I'll make sure to give you the links for that for the actual description of the video.
Heck yeah, for sure, guys. Yeah, click on that down below. We'll drop it. Mention that in there and get started if you guys want to learn some more in crypto. And then, you know, switching over for a second over to Bitcoin Energy, we've just launched our affiliate program. So I'm excited to have you as an affiliate, one of the first. And, you know, it's cool. It's the referral systems that I've seen in crypto are really just either great or they were scams, right? So it was either, you know, Bit Connected, USI Tech, and all these kind of scams that are just taking money.
Yeah, just stuff that I wouldn't touch. I preached against that stuff. I was so against the Bit Connect the whole time.
Oh, same here. And I wrote like the 10 crypto commandments and was like, you know, number 4 was like no crypto MLM. Like, trust me, I'll let you know when it's time or if I see one, because they're all scams, you know? So unfortunately, people sometimes have to go through that to learn. But for some referral systems that I've seen that are incredible, I mean, Coinbase was a $10 give get, you know, and that they became the #1 downloaded app in the world during the bubble and Thanksgiving last year, which was wild. And then, you know, Binance did a simple, hey, refer somebody and you get some of what they buy as well.
I like the Binance one. It's just a good platform.
I absolutely loved it. And they blew up. And I mean, obviously you could see some of the top names there were like making 45 Bitcoin. I'm like, what? So, you know, they can be very lucrative. With that said, the only other physical products that I see in crypto are like physically printed coins, t-shirts, or hardware wallets. And obviously hardware wallets are very important. I'm sure you talk about that, of course, or, security. I preach that to everybody. But with that said, like they had, if you buy $100 worth, or you can get a $5 discount, or you might get a $5 for when somebody buys 100. But there's nothing. People don't buy hardware wallets every single month. The average person, right? And they were crazy backed up. You want to make sure you don't get them from a third-party site. You want to get it direct from the manufacturer. We go over all that stuff. But to have a consumable product that's healthy, it can share, and people can win Bitcoin. They can earn Bitcoin. Believe it or not, like today we're doing a giveaway on Insta. Bitcoin Energy here, where we did a little voting system, take cool pictures, add it up to Insta, and we're giving away cases each week, and then $2,000 in free Bitcoin at the end of each month. So we're announcing that winner later today, which is exciting. But to be able to pay in Bitcoin, to be able to earn in Bitcoin, to be able to have customers that order month after month, or get this all the time, to be able to earn for the lifetime of a customer is really cool, and you can earn in Bitcoin. So you guys can check it out.
And one of my favorite parts about this system too, the affiliates page, is that it's a real legitimate product that you can stand behind. Like I love it, and the page is amazing. Like the actual affiliates platform, once you get behind in the portal, it looks really clean. Everything's super organized, so you can track the affiliates and who's clicking on your links and who's using it. So it's a really good platform. I was impressed when you actually sent me the page to sign up for it, because you could tell that it's designed really well and functions really good. So
we appreciate that, man. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we definitely wanted to look clean and be simple. So the easiest way to join, he's going to drop his link down below. Just click on affiliates and you can get started. It'll take you to the page. Or if you just go to bitcoinenergy.com and click on affiliates, when it asks for the person that referred you, use high altitude INV, all one word, high altitude INV, and can put that there as well. So yeah, guys, get at us on social, do all that good stuff. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a second as we kind of close this out. Another thing I just want to mention quick. So we're excited, and I know that you're going to be there as well. Let me stop sharing my screen. Boom. So we just secure that we will be at World CryptoCon in a big way. Come for Halloween in Vegas. It's going to be awesome. I think it'll be probably the second biggest event of the year, probably the coolest event of the year, but outside Consensus, which is like the biggest. So I'm excited to see you there. There's some promo codes down below. If you guys want discounted tickets through him or us, we're definitely just announced that we're going to be doing a lot of stuff there, hosting parties each night. So that's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm hyped, man.
Yeah,
Las Vegas too. It's crazy out here right now. So
especially, I don't even trust myself. Halloween, I might have to get real weird with it. But we're gonna be doing a whole lot of giveaways, a whole lot of fun stuff, and recognizing some of the top affiliates as well. So like I said, we're just getting started. Get started. Sign up. It's free to sign up. Buy your first case, couple cases. They run out pretty quick. There's a code on the bottom of each can that you can enter into the website. To win Bitcoin. We give away a full Bitcoin when we sell 10,000 cases. So it's available in the US right now, and we're just growing. The interest is huge. So I'm excited to really have you, as the first interview on here.
Yeah,
and
me too, man.
I guess like in wrapping it up, I know we went a little long, but I could talk forever with you, because I think even our first call, we talked for like an hour.
I know. It was crazy.
It's great.
We just like connected like that. It was so fun.
I know. I loved your vibe, man. And I really have been following you and learned a lot from you over probably the last 2 years. So with that said, I'm going to hit you with like a final question that, as much as we teach in crypto, it's like the only thing people want to know. What's going on in Bitcoin? Is the price going up or down? How do you see this shaking out? How do you see this shaking out through the end of the year?
So I have two primary predictions, and I'll give you kind of the levels that I'm watching.
Sure.
So right now I'm completely neutral as to which one is going to happen. But my two predictions is that we break out now and head for 10,000 per coin out of a triangle pattern. And that would happen within a month. We'd be at 10K again. Or the second option is that we have a support failure at 5,900 and we test 5,000 and then we go to 10. So either way, I'm in an accumulation phase, and my price predictions are that we're going to have a bullish move come out of this drop that we've had. I mean, it's just a market cycle. You drop 70% plus. It's just gambling if you're taking huge shorts down here. It really is. So Yeah, I mean, if 59 fails, you could short to 5K, but like right now,
Yeah,
it's
risk
good to be
reward's
in
a little,
accumulation to be buying. So that's my
yeah,
predictions. 10K around the corner, and then 50K is the target once we really start to break 20K. And then when you're in 50,000 per coin, you're just going to go parabolic ramping to 100. So
yeah,
the future is bright,
yeah.
but we just got to wait for those support and resistance levels to kind of be broken.
Sure, man. I think that those are very exciting numbers, and I think that's important too. Like, it's easy to get like tick locked and tied into like the day-to-day movement of the charts, but you see $100,000 Bitcoin in the horizons. Is this
Yes,
correct?
I do. I definitely, without a doubt, I see 100,000 per coin, and it's going to be faster than people think it will. And also, what's interesting about it is you only have to capture like a couple percent of the Forex market before Bitcoin's over $1 million per coin. So if you imagine the fact that the Forex market's really big, but
Yeah,
there's so much demand for money in this world, and of course it's going to capture more than 1% of Forex because it's going to replace Forex. That gives you an idea of, the potential for Bitcoin and the
pretty well
crypto
said. Yeah.
markets.
I think the risk to reward definitely favors the risk because I think that I mean, even if it does drop to 5K or even a little bit lower, if you look out and you zoom out in history, this is going to be just a blip on the radar, and
Yep. Yep.
the real one hasn't come yet, man. I'm totally with you on that, and that's why I'm like, we gotta build now. We gotta help as many people as we can gear up, and because you will want a plan entering that, and make sure you want to secure it. So like learning later, I mean, you're gonna have to learn about Bitcoin and crypto and certain things of security. You're either gonna learn them now or start learning them, or you're gonna be forced to adopt them later, and
Yep.
that's usually after the opportunity has passed. So I'm with you, dude. I'm jacked up on it, and I know when it comes, it's gonna be like unlike anything that we've ever seen. All the bridges, tunnels, and like pathways are being built right now to really on-ramp some money coming into the space. So
Yep, the dead weight is getting shaken off right now.
that's
The
it.
people that won the lottery from the crypto markets are walking away, and it's just development. And when the silence is in the space, there's just development, and the development is what takes you into the next bull run. So I'm really excited too. It's going to be amazing for the next. Yeah, I just see a lot of growth in crypto markets and even world markets throughout our lifetime. So it's an exciting time to be alive.
I love it, man. Well, hey, I appreciate your time today. I appreciate all that you've taught me
You too,
online.
man.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I'm excited to have you as an affiliate, man. I'm excited to work together. Excited to see you in Vegas and to share this and just blow things up, guys. So get at us at bitcoinenergy.com or Bitcoin Energy on social. Same with High Altitude Investing. Get at them on social as well, and let us know how we can help, man. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. I know it was a little bit different, but I hope that you enjoyed it. Go ahead and click in the description below to get all those links that we were talking about, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. As always, stay profitable out there.